Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Crazy Cube Dude here, and today I'm doing another Nothing But the Truth video review. Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. Actually, the last one I did was, the last official one I did was of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Oh, so long ago. We even have a new installment of the series, which, by the way, I played Smash on the Wii U. It's awesome. Anyway, that's not what we're here to discuss. We are here to discuss a game that I got in Christmas of 2010, almost 4 years ago. This was a new game, and a lot of people were kind of skeptic about it. I myself was very, very, very excited for it. For Christmas, I could either get this game or Super Mario Galaxy 2. And quite honestly, I don't know if I made the right or wrong decision because, well, Galaxy 2, as you can imagine, was awesome. But this game, I'm just going to say it right now, it's pretty awesome too. The game I'm talking about is a game in the franchise of Sonic. This is Sonic Colors for the Wii. I don't own a DS or a 3DS, so I couldn't review the DS version, but I can review the Wii version. Now, I'm just going to say right now, the gimmick of this whole thing is wisps. Now, there are 7 of them, not including the white wisp, which is just boost, but you have 7 different wisps that each have a corresponding power that you can use all throughout the game. The story of the game, without spoiling anything, is Sonic and Tails travel up to Eggman's new interstellar amusement park, that's literally what they call it, where it consists of 6 planets, including the home planet, which is Tropical Resort. They suspect he's up to something, and like always, they're right. But I'm not going to tell you what his whole scheme is. All I will say is that, guess what? It has to do with the wisps. Now, there are 6 planets, like I said. One of them is Tropical Resort. That's the home that what I mean by homeland is that there's no hub worlds like in Sonic 06 or Sonic Unleashed. But there's this main world that you start off in, and then you branch out to the others. The main one that you start off in is Tropical Resort, obviously. And that's just basically your training stages, where you kind of get used to the gameplay of the whole thing. Now, the other 5 worlds consist of Sweet Mountain, which is it's a planet made of food, basically. Then there's Starlight Carnival, which is in space. It looks like kind of futuristic. It's like it's like a carnival. It's all like flashy and bright colors, and it's awesome. And then there's Planet Wisp, which is the Wisp's homeland, and that one is kind of like a forest kind of thing. It's not really forest, but you'll have to see it for yourself. But it's not actually a fully developed park. Not to say that that's not because the game is buggy or anything, which it's not. But Eggman, the secret behind the Planet Wisp is that Eggman's not done turning that into a theme park. But so it's kind of like it's forest mixed with like some mechanics, like mechanical stuff, and it's kind of dangerous over there. Now, the next one is Aquarium Park, which is a China-based one where you go where it's actually a lot of water involved, and no, you don't die in water in this game. 3D Sonic game where you can actually go through water. Holy crap. But after that, you have Asteroid Coaster, which is in space, and you are riding on bone-like roller coasters and homing, tagging off asteroids, and going through factory-type stuff. So those are the main areas. And like I said before, there's no hub worlds, and there are, I believe, 6 levels to a world with 1 boss battle, making it 7. Those are the levels of Sonic Colors for each world. That's not including the final area, which is after you beat all 6 planets, and that area is called Terminal Velocity. It consists of 1 act where you're just running and dodging stuff. a boss battle, the final boss battle, and then like a half an act where you're just running, jumping stuff for like about 30 seconds or so. And then you get the final ending cutscene. It's a pretty quick game, but it's a lot of fun to play through. The gameplay, it consists of having Sonic move fast as you can guess, and he's pretty fast in this game. Not as fast as he was in Unleashed, but he's still fast, and not as slow as he has been previously. But the move sets that you have, unlike Unleashed, you have from the get-go, like the stomp, the wall jump, and etc. Two that you do not have are the spin dash and the light speed dash. There's a reason for this. I don't know why they did this, but I guess it was just to give these certain wisps more powers. But I gotta talk about the wisps. The wisps in the game, the whole gimmick are the wisps, and they're different colors. Sonic colors, doy. The different wisps in the game have different powers, and cyan is laser, blue is cube, green is hover, purple is frenzy, pink is spike, yellow is drill, and orange is rocket. Each wisps have their own different powers that you use, and I'm not including the white wisp in that because that's something you collect so you can boost, but that's something else. I'm talking about wisps with actual powers. Cyan wisp is a laser where when you use it, you can shoot off like super fast and like a laser, and at certain stages, most of the time, if you have a laser wisp, there will be areas where you can. They'll have cyan colored, like almost sim logos, and you direct yourself to them, and they'll put you on a path, and you'll end up in the path with your laser wisp gone. That's something else I need to say. You cannot use these wisps infinitely. You have a bar that says when your time with that wisp is about up, and a wisp, depending on what stage you're in and how you use it, it won't last for more than 15 to 20 seconds, depending on what wisp you use. If you have the drill wisp, that might last for 20 or 30 seconds. If you're talking about the laser wisp, it's gone instantly. The hover wisp is probably the longest that takes to run out. And the spike wisp is moderate, drill is moderate. Frenzy runs out. It's okay. It doesn't run out instantly like laser does, but it does take some time to run down. Frenzy, that's pretty much frenzy. Rocket. Rocket is like almost instant. You shoot up, and then you shoot up a lot, and then you go down. After you reach your maximum point, that's when the rocket wisp ends, and you float back down as Sonic. And that pretty much covers all the wisps and their times. Their powers, like I said, laser, you shoot off in a laser. Drill, you can drill through underground and in the water. Cube is a weird one. It's kind of like the POW block, best way to describe it. You can destroy blocks and robots with it, when whatever's on screen. And you can turn specific blue rings into blocks, like platforms, and vice versa. Spike allows you to attach yourself to any surface and just travel along that surface. Like here's the top of the screen. Like this is the wisp. You can go across the ceiling. You can go down the side. You can go on the floor. You can go anywhere you want, as long as it's a surface. And my phone's ringing. Perfect. But you can go on any surface you wish. Hover is when you activate it. You can kind of fly very slowly, like wherever you want. The most efficient way you want to use this wisp is by using light dash, which if you press the boost button on near rings, you can just quickly go. And I found that when you're in that mode, your meter for the wisp power stops, or it's very, very slow. And that's the most efficient way to use that wisp. And the spike, whenever you use that, if you hold down the boost button and let go, it's a spin dash, but you can go anywhere. I don't know why they gave those two abilities to those two wisps, but whatever. The frenzy is when you can eat up pretty much anything, robots, blocks, whatever, and you grow bigger. And the bigger you get, if you reach your maximum, you start to suck things up towards you. It's pretty cool. And I will say that there are certain wisps that you don't use in 3D. You never use Spike in 3D. And you never use Rocket or Drill in 3D. All the rest of them, including Frenzy, at least you use Frenzy like twice in 3D, and it controls horribly, but that's just a minor gripe. Sonic has a double jump, and, obviously double jump, this is the first time he's had it, minus Brawl, but Sonic has a double jump in this game, and it's good for getting you out of situations if possible, but it's cool for maneuverability. I like him. It gives him an extra oomph to his jump, and I think it was cool. I found myself pressing the A button a lot, like, press A again. Like, it'll just, like, come naturally to you, and you don't even think about it. You forget that you did it. But the control, I thought, was very smooth. It was slippery at times, but it was okay. You didn't feel like the game was cheap and made you die because of the crappy controls, unlike another certain game, Make Believe Reborn. But I digress. That's for a later time. Sonic Colors is a fantastic game. You will have a lot of fun with it. The boss fights in the game are very easy, much like the rest of the game once you get used to them. You might get a few game overs on your first playthrough, but once you get through it and you understand everything and you play through the stages multiple times, you will become an expert, like I am. I've actually when you go back to this game, you're probably going to want to see how fast you can complete it. I think my record is 2 hours and 45 minutes, I think. But it is a very fast game, and it's a very short game, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it has a ranking system, so you can always go back and get a better ranking. Now, one more thing I want to say is you unlock these planets as you go, and they are relevant to the plot, obviously, and you unlock certain wisps in certain areas. The first area, Tropical Resort, you will unlock the Laser Wisp. Sweet Mountain, you will unlock the Rocket and Drill Wisp. Starlight Carnival, you will unlock the Cube and Hover Wisp. Planet Wisp, you'll unlock the Spike Wisp. And Asteroid Coaster, you will unlock the Frenzy Wisp. How many times did I just say Wisp? Count. I dare you. I don't even know. But you unlock them as you go, so it always feels like you're getting something new, which is good. The boss fights in the game, I want to say that there are 4, but there are really 7. They just repeat. They just have 2 bosses for each zone that they repeat. Perfect example, Starlight Carnival and Asteroid Coaster are the same thing, but Asteroid Coaster might be a bit harder. Tropical Resort has almost the same boss as Planet Wisp does, only Planet Wisp is a little bit harder because the platforms are circular, not flat. That just leaves Aquarium Park and Sweet Mountain. Those 2 are interchangeable, except for one's underwater, one's not. Actually, I think Aquarium Park might be easier, but they're really easy to beat, and you'll actually find yourselves with a lot of lives. They hand out lives to you in this game. And before you ask, no, there's no Eggman Land. I guess they just figured that Eggman Land was really difficult, or the listening community found out it was really difficult. I really didn't have too much of a problem with Eggman Land. It was hard and challenging. I got many game overs, but it was still fun for me. I enjoyed it. But there's no Eggman Land. So that just about sums up most of Sonic Colors. I do have to mention that there are collectibles in this game. Each stage has a set of 5 rings to collect, which which you have to explore the whole stage. There are different paths you can take in 90% of the stages, which do lead to you getting all the red rings. And once you get all the red rings, you will unlock them. You unlock more stages in the Sonic Arcade, Sonic Simulator. That's what it's called. And they're kind of. They don't have 8-bit graphics, but they have 8-bit. It's like if you stuck the gameplay of Sonic Colors into an 8-bit game of Sonic, that's what Sonic Simulator is. Even the 8-bit music is there. And that also brings in the co-op mode, which is possible. Like, you don't have to do the co-op mode to finish the Sonic Simulator. But as you get more red rings, you'll unlock more stages in the Sonic Simulator. And once you unlock all of them and beat all of them, you'll get 7 Chaos Emeralds. Which, guess what happens? You can turn into Super Sonic. There is no Super Sonic boss fight in this game. I will say that. There is no Super Sonic final boss fight in this game. Although the final boss fight is epic and cool, it doesn't involve Super Sonic. But you can turn Super Sonic in every stage you play, except for the boss fights. You can't do it there. But one drawback about having Super Sonic in the stages is that you can't use any of the wisps. I'm cool with that. I don't know about you, I'm cool with that. But there are never times where the wisps are shoved down your throat. I don't think so. There might be 1 or 2 occasions where you don't. Well, you have to use like one wisp to get through that area, but I don't think it's necessary. There might be a few. I think there is, but it never. 90% of the time, the wisps are optional, which is cool. But you're gonna want to use them because A, they help out, and B, they're just awesome. And what's the point of buying a game about the wisps if you don't want to use the wisps? I don't get it, but. In that respect, the game is cool. I give it brownie points for that. And I think it's awesome overall. The graphics in the game are outstanding. Best for Sonic I've seen it on the Wii version anyway. Definitely better than Make Believe Reborn. If you know what game that song is from. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Sonic Colors. The graphics are great. And I think that really shows mostly in Starlight Carnival, probably my favorite world in this game, and Planet Wisp. Both of those areas are gorgeous. Like, they're really gorgeous. Anyone who says that this game is bad graphics, have them play Starlight Carnival or Planet Wisp. Those stages are gorgeous. Like I said, there are 6 stages to a game, and 6 stages to an area, and a boss fight for that area. And that pretty much covers most of it. The voice actors, there was a new voice actor for Sonic, and it is now Roger Craig Smith. I respect him. I've grown to like him. I don't like change most of the time, but I kind of grew to like him when he got into Generations and stuff. But they changed the voice actor for Tails. They kept the same voice actor for Eggman, and they introduced Cubot and Orbot. I like them, and they have very interesting dialogue. All the characters do, and it's one of the funniest Sonic games I've seen. But for nothing but the truth, I will give this game, all things considered, a 9 out of 10. It was a great game. I highly recommend it. I still play it to this day. It's a lot of fun, and I seriously don't know if I made the right choice when I wanted this game over Galaxy 2. I mean, because both games are amazing, but I think I would choose this game again just because it's so awesome and so much fun. I love it. It's great. I'm still, like I said, I'm still playing it to this day, and I got it 4 years ago. I should say that this game features 4 different types of controls. The Wii Remote, the sideways Wii Remote, it doesn't control anything like that game. You can also use it with the Wii Remote Nunchuck, Classic Controller, and the GameCube controller, whatever floats your boat. They all control fine, and I really don't have any issues with the control or gameplay or anything. I would say that they do that they should have used a lot more 3D elements rather than 2D side-scrolling, because a good portion of this game is 2D side-scrolling. But that's going to sum it up for my review of Sonic Colors. I give it a 9 out of 10 for Nothing But the Truth review series. And I think that I know for a fact that I'm going to be continuing with this because I have a lot more to review. That brings me to my next point. Off of the review, Sonic Colors 9 out of 10. I think it's great. Go buy it if you have a Wii and you're a Sonic fan. There are 5 more games for Sonic that I can review. I can review Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic Unleashed for the Wii and Xbox 360. Xbox 360 and PS3 are the same version. Wii and PS2 are the same version. I can review it for whatever you want. And then there's this, Sonic and the Secret Rings. I can review all three of those, and I can also review Sonic 06, aka Sonic the Hedgehog, released in 2006, obviously, for the Xbox 360 and PS3. And finally, I can review Sonic Generations. Comment below whichever one you want me to review. I will get these reviews out very shortly. I just wanted to review this game, and I know Squadron Gadget is already putting in the comments section what he wants me to review. I'm looking forward to it because I can rant, like really rant about this game, but I digress. That's for a later point in time. So those 5 Sonic games I can review, and I promise once I get a stable way of good quality way of recording gaming footage, I will do so. But until then, we're stuck with this: reviews, unboxings, and cubing videos, which is what my channel was originally going to be about. My phone's ringing again. People, I guess we're popular, but you guys have a nice day, nice night. And I will see you for more videos in the future. I'm actually going to be doing a review of Big Hero 6 tomorrow, because I've reviewed Wreck-It Ralph and Frozen. Seems right to review that movie too, because they were from the creators of both those movies. I will see you for that tomorrow, I promise. And if I don't see you until Christmas with my Christmas unboxings, everyone, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. If I can get that video up, I will try to, I want to, I will. But if you guys don't watch that, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Peace out, Crazy Cube Dude. Good night.